right now we are at a crossroads. We are at some crossroads with the VIP4 account because we need to figure out what we want. It's evident that as a VIP4, I think I maxed out everything I could. The top 3 is VIP9 and above, even though not everyone shows it. It's at least VIP11, if not more, I don't know. VIP9 it's shown, and at least VIP11, if not more. So based on this, that we keep on beating Borubar in the arena and we're also almost as strong as him, it's not bad. Another good player is Luca, VIP4. Now the problem with Luca, I know his strategy more or less. He's not purchasing hardly anything, and he goes for covenants, as many covenants as possible. Look at this. Arcane Archer level 6. Now he made a mistake with the Arcane Archer, I think, but that's not up to me to decide. I would normally level up the commander first for the banner, but sooner or later he's gonna do this. So you see, as 2 commanders, champions, divine heralds, the 2 divine heralds are also supporting each other, and Arcane Eagle and Arcane Archer supporting each other as well. So there is like double support, plus once he gets this is up to 6 stars, the domains will kick in as well. The only thing is that there is an overlap between the angel, that's constructive criticism, and the battle angel and sister. So in terms of skills, so maybe the angel is gonna be redundant one day, but I guess he knows this. So we already have a hard time defeating Luca because he joined the fight. Now there are 5 people fighting. In fact, sometimes Vindri comes for the ride as well. We've been fighting with Borubar for over a month, and now he's 6th. How can this be? Sometimes Vindri comes in as well. So for position 2, there are 5 people who have an option to get to position 2. I fear Vindri the least because for some reason he's not attacking me anymore. I think he learned this over the course of the last 2-3 months plus, that it doesn't pay off in general, and he doesn't have time either to get here at like exactly at 9 PM server time. Luca just joined this today. Clerigor is attacking us for about like 2-3 days. Borubar became weaker. I would not be surprised if he quit the game sooner or later. And Vindri sometimes attacks, that's his signature move, sometime in the morning, and then he forgets all this thing and never comes back in the evening. So we need to prepare in advance. We go to the friend store and we check out these people. So right now Luca. I've done this already. I know that I can beat him without a problem. This is the formation against him. I'm using this as an attacker or a charger or whatever this is, and then I prepare. So if you're well prepared, then you know who you can beat and who you cannot beat. You see, it's an edge case, but actually it's quite straightforward. More problematic is Clerigor. It's gonna be more problematic. Now, first of all, we need to swap the units in multiple ways. I think he's gonna be our main opponent for the position, for the arena position. You see that it's very borderline. In fact, both of us almost lost energy and then we recovered. I think it's when the backup units come in. So you need to run this a couple of times, and then I will understand after like 2, 3, 4, 5 tries whether I have a chance. It seems like that I have a chance. At least this is proven. And then we try out Borubar as well. And then you see this is the competition. And then you need to understand whether you want to make a purchase now or not. Because there are some things to purchase. There are definitely some things that level up the account. If you want to make these purchases ever, the right time to make the purchases is right now. If it's not now, in that case, rather don't make the purchase ever. So that's the idea. If you understand that you want to play as a VIP7 Plus and you want to unlock the Growth Fund 2 option, and there is single, this is not the one, Growth Fund 2 is here, I think. Growth Fund 2. It costs 60 euros, quite a lot. And you get 9,400, 14,800, 18,800, then 24,200, 26,200, 28,200, 33,600, and 39,000 diamonds right now. And you will get approximately another 20,000, I think, or more in the future. The right time to do this, if you ever want to spend this 60 euros, and by the way, there is not many things, like if you want to spend 60 euros on the game, there is no better way at the moment. Maybe a Generation 3.5 hero at the moment, but that's time sensitive as well. The reason why it's a now or never situation is that you can decide, do you want to get a comfortable situation in the arena and secure at least second place? Or are you in for a rough ride where 5 people are going for second place and maybe you want to be the one? Because if you make this purchase now, in this situation, in that case, it's possible to pull covenants. Now, I had to pull 10 covenants in total. I will tell you why. It's a horrible investment in terms of unit value, but I had to do it. I had no other choice. These were the 10 that were missing. I had some spare covenants and I had some champion units. I will soon tell you why. But this is a horrible unit value. At the same time, to get all the remaining 200 covenants, I would need 54,000 diamonds, and right now I have 43,000 diamonds, and it's quite unlikely that I earn more than 10,000 diamonds in the next 3 days to do the full covenant pool. So one option is to go all the way to 170, not encouraged. The other option is to go all the way to 210 with a purchase, and the third option is to not do anything at all. And then let this Growth Fund 2 elapse, and then you don't want to do Growth Fund 2 like ever, like why? If you don't want to spend 60 euros on the game altogether, and it might happen that I won't, in that case, we've decided right now, and the decision is over, we're not gonna do it. So that's the idea. Another purchase that would help the account immensely. I talked about artifacts not too long ago, and one of the artifacts that is extremely strong, it's basically the one artifact that you want to get, I would say, over Cornucopia. Cornucopia is great because of the Star Soul Stones, but the Sunday event gives you Star Soul Stones as well, so you might not want to prioritize this just like I did. I didn't know this before when I got started. Either way, this is the strategy I followed, and I was really proud of myself unlocking Cornucopia this early for free. Yes. But what I should have done is, be careful, there are 2 armors. This is the armor, Legendary Hero Armor. It has 6 components in total. Now, if you unlock this, that's a huge, huge game changer. You can see what happens for the entire battle, quite a lot of things. Like 1 billion points of protection. Basically infinite protection for some amount of time. It's a no-brainer. If you can get it, you get it. Now, if all of a sudden, if you go to the astrologer, what can you get? The Legendary Hero Armor. Unfortunately, I used my premium orange artifact pool last week on Cornucopia to complete the full Cornucopia set. Because, well, back then I had just 3, but the 4th one was there in this week's event. So unfortunately, I have 12 Astro Silver, I can get 10 more, so I will get 22 Astro Silver in total. This would still be 48. We would need to pull 48 more times, and we can pull 10 times a week, I think. So with the diamonds, divine times 10, this would mean that it would be an investment of 1,760 5 times. The result is 8,800 diamonds. If you're ready to pay 8,800 diamonds for all the artifacts and Astro Silver plus this thing, in that case you can go all the way to the end. That's a possibility. But then this would endanger the Covenant pool in 2 weeks. This is or whatever event comes. We never know what event comes next week. Maybe we need to spend another 10,000 diamonds on an event. And then the Covenant pool is getting farther and farther if the event is such a good deal. So spending 8,800 diamonds just so that we secure this one component out of 6, it's kind of a gamble. But what we can do, and this is basically close to infinite value depending on how long you play, there is this astrological contract. What this does, first of all, it gives you 680 diamonds straight away in exchange for $10 equivalent plus VAT. In Europe everything is more expensive, you know. This gives you a contract where you get 33 Astro Silver straight away based on the past pools that I have made. This means that I have already used up 330 Astro Silvers approximately, because I would get back 10% of it. The longer you play, the sweeter the deal becomes. So you will never miss out on not purchasing this contract now. You can purchase it in 1 week, in 1 month, in 1 year, and it's gonna just accumulate. The Tarot contract works in the same way. The Treasure Hunt contract works in the same way. It's the same. Now, the thing is that if you use this 33 in total, and you get 10 Astro Silver right now, and you get 10% of all your pools back, then you would get 43 Astro Silver straight away. 43 plus 12 is 55. You would get 10 Astro Silver on Sunday, that's 65. You will get some more on top, but that doesn't matter. Pooling 65, as soon as you pulled 65, you would get 10% back, so you get 6 more. So it's 71 in total. Just by activating this contract for $12, this would guarantee 1 component without any purchase. That's a damn good deal, in a sense that it's not only guaranteeing things, you will also get extra diamonds a bit, and some of the pools are gonna result in more diamonds. And on top of this, all the time in the future, you will know that with a contract, every 10th pool is gonna result in 1 Astro Silver, effectively lowering the cost of Astro Silver from 880 to 10 over 11 times 880. So effectively this lowers the cost. So that's why it's infinite value. It's well thought out from the developers themselves. So we're at a crossroad right now. I can see 3 options. In fact, there is a combination of this. Option number 1, we do the full Covenant pool with the campaign growth fund, and we will have an easy time. It's gonna be an easy game from then onwards. You know, second place, it's not secured, but not gonna be that hard. In exchange, some of our opponents will be triggered, and they will spend more and more, and they will be harder to beat. Remember that, for example, in the Batman comic and the Batman story, Joker oftentimes makes the statement that if there was no Batman, the villains would be a lot weaker as well. So Batman effectively made crime stronger in the city. Same thing here. If we get stronger, opponents will spend more. That's how the game is designed by default. They get triggered that they cannot beat us because now we're VIP7, VIP whatever, and they will spend more and more, and it will be harder to beat them eventually. It doesn't change the game, it's just a spending fest. So if you want to spend Growth Fund 2, the best time is still now, because then your strength is gonna be higher. If you don't, that's option 1. Option 2 is that we don't spend on Growth Fund 2, but we activate the astrological contract to get this piece. It won't help our strength that much, but it sets us up in the long run quite well. And the cost is $12, not 60 or euros. Well, if you choose option 1 and we activate Growth Fund 2, this one, if we activate Growth Fund 2, then we might as well activate the other thing as well, the astrological contract 2. Because at that point we're like a higher spender category. I would do the diamonds today, astrological contract tomorrow, or the other way around, doesn't matter. Because whenever you purchase something, you know that there is a Pandora box key and you only get one per day, just for one purchase. And this gives you things like diamonds, for example. So effectively you can buy your way into making your life a lot easier. But that's when the third option comes. The first option says, screw this whole spending. The third option says, I don't want to make my life easier. I want a challenge. I want a real challenge. And I want to use skill to defeat those with a higher VIP level. And I trust my skill that I'll be able to follow them. You see that I have been following Borubar for a long time. And the others, Clerigor as well, even though they are higher VIP than me. I will trust in my skill. And in half a year, 1 year, whatever amount of time, I will beat them. Even as VIP4. So this is the decision. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment. What would you do in this situation? Option 1, Growth Fund 2, 60 euros. Option 2, astrological contract, 12 euros. Option 1 and 2 both. And option 3, big challenge and stay VIP4 with $30 invested in total. These are the 3 options. Think about it. What would you do? And reveal your answers in the comment. In an issue comment. And don't forget to like the video, by the way. I never said this before, but now it's time, I guess. So we're at a crossroad, because if we choose no purchase, then we'll get competition from Luca, because his team is a bit more synergic than mine. And we may just watch how the big spenders battle it out among each other, and we have to watch them in a distant fourth sooner or later, because we're not spending. But beating them eventually would be even better. So this is the option. And by the way, just one thing, that I made a diamond investment of 2,700 diamonds into 10 covenants, because having seen that the other VIP4 Luca has synergy between Arcane Angel and Arcane Archer, and has synergy between Titan and Final Battle Angel, and all of them are Order Union, and Josephine is an Order Union hero. Having seen all this, I can see that I might as well need more synergy in my team. And for this reason, I purchased this unit, Fallen Angel, today. Fallen Angel is a unit that has certain skills that you can read here. And here. We might do a deep dive of different units. Silencing. And this is the 4th one. see, hatred. And if you check out my other unit, it's not Fallen Angel, but this one, Hell Baron. It has some skills as well. It's a bit hard to scroll down, you see. So they go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. And they strengthen not just each other, but basically the rest of the team as well. Now, for this reason, just to have more options, because more variety means more options, I've tested this out already because in the campaign I've checked out what happens if I take down, let's say, this caster unit and I placed the Fallen Angel in its place.
Those who are lost, and those who meet will meet again.
So that's the Fallen Angel.
We meet again, Sarah. Hatred only makes me strong.
So you see the following. When units belong together somehow, the default thing that the Hell Baron says is hatred only makes me stronger.
Hatred only makes me stronger.
But if the Fallen Angel is there,
We meet again, Sarah.
then it's a different text. This symbolizes that they are somehow together. And although I didn't exactly find how they cooperate, there is a cooperation effect. I think it's either the 4th or the 5th. There you go. Hell Baron protects Fallen Angel, you see? And the 5th one. So there is mention in that. There must have been a mention it must have been mentioned somewhere else as well. But these two units belong together in the same formation. So for this reason the priest may fall out from the main formation, or the devil will later fall out from the main formation. That's also a possibility. It's just our devil is far too strong at the moment. But it may happen that against some opponents I can only defeat them with like 3 casters. I just don't know whether this makes sense. And these two units, so the Dark Elemental and the Priest, in theory they are not synergic with the rest of the team. So they will sooner or later be eliminated. I just have an option, and it cost me 2,700 diamonds to have this option. This is important at this stage. And then I can wait another 2 weeks or another 4 weeks to level some of the teams up. What I'm thinking about doing, by the way, and this requires a lot of diamonds, is to level up the Wrath Lord to 6 stars, then level up the Wasteland Walker to 6 stars. It's not gonna be easy, just saying. It's gonna be really long and difficult. Meanwhile, with Commander tokens, I'm gonna level up the Venom Spawn as well to 6 stars, but not necessarily with Covenant pools. My main priority is Wrath Lord. But for that, we need to be frugal. And given that we're frugal, we will purchase a lot less energy than before. Maybe 0, maybe 1, we will see. Leveling up is not a big benefit at this stage anymore. Maybe up until level 80. So you see, this is the strategic aspect of the game, that you need to think well ahead of what you want. I want an artifact, the legendary armor, near the bottom. Everything else is, well, I don't mind at the moment. I'm fine with everything else. I want the legendary armor. I want as many covenants as possible. And generally good deals everywhere. And let me know in the comments. Growth Fund 2, Astrological Contract, or none of them. I'm interested in what you think.